Okay, great. So we're recording now. So to begin with, as always, can we get everyone's permission to share this video publicly with a thumbs up or a verbal yes?
Yes, I agree.
Thank you, Johnny. Oh, and we're going to get neither from Katie. That's going to be a challenge. Katie gives permission in the chat. Thank you, Katie. We appreciate that. Okay, awesome. So just like, wow, I want to just take a moment to just thank and acknowledge everyone here for all of the amazing wrap-up work that everyone's been doing over the last couple of weeks. Let's definitely give a hand for all the videos, all the testimonial videos, all the documents, all the everything. You guys are being superstars all over the place. So it's just so awesome to see. And, you know, it makes me, we'll talk about it as we go on. It makes me think even more about, you know, how we can kind of capture the essence of everything that we're doing. And we'll talk about that. But I just want to kind of preface everything first by just kind of sharing with you guys some of what I've been thinking about in terms of, you know, how we finish off the semester here. So let me take a quick drink. By the way, I know Renasia is usually on the minutes here. So do we have a backup for the minutes? Oh, Alexis, yes, thank you. I was just going to say that. Awesome. So thank you, Alexis, for taking the minutes. That's really great. Everybody, of course, have your view on gallery. And so the way that I'm seeing it, we'll go through, you know, all the pages that you guys are building with all of your content. We'll look at the teams that we've been building now with the content. So, you know, it's so gratifying to me, and I know you guys when you saw it earlier, and let's just, you know, bring it up to look at it so we're present to the difference between, you know, where we've been in terms of the content that we have on the website and now what's appearing on the website with all of our team details and all of our documents and all of our everything, right? I mean, it's pretty awesome, isn't it, to go from having none of that on our website to having all of it on our website. So, and, you know, to set this new standard, right? That's part of what I've been realizing is that, you know, we've been doing all of this to prepare for the showcase and prepare to show everything, but you guys are just setting the standard now for what's going to happen all the time. If there's, you know, whenever something is starting and being present, it's just going to be out in the open from the beginning. So it's never going to be a, you know, a whole ramp up process. It's just going to exist. So it's really amazing that we're setting the standard for that, for this open source project. And now, you know, we get to really share what we have with the world. So that's what I'm, you know, what I've been kind of thinking about the last couple of days as I'm seeing the videos of the leaders, which have been amazing. So again, thank you, leaders who've been making these, you know, videos, the showcase videos for us. They are super amazing. Hey, Saban, Renasia, how are you guys? Yes, let's definitely give a hand for the for all the videos from all the yes, all the team leaders. Yeah, and if you haven't gotten to see all of them, then please watch them because we'll well, think about it. Should we include that in our meeting tonight? What do you guys think? Who's seen all of the videos, all of the team videos? Is there anybody that's watched them all other than me? Katie, that's awesome. Thank you for watching them all. That's great. Yeah, I watched them all and they're all super amazing. Maybe we'll, let me think about that. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more. Let me first welcome Saban, Renasia, and have you guys also agree to allow us to share the video publicly with a thumbs up.
Yes.
Thank you, Renasia and Saban, awesome. So, okay, quick poll, is that something you guys are interested in spending time on, is watching all of the the compilation videos. Let me, before I have you answer that, let me share with you more of where we're going to go with this in my mind, and see if you guys are on the same page. So what I'm seeing is that the leaders have done a really great job of explaining like other people's work when they're presenting other people's work, like Renasia did these infographics, and somebody else did this research, and so they're doing a great job, but it's not in the words of the person that created it, right? And I feel like there's a certain life for us to give these documents and these things that we've spent like a lot of time, a lot of hours into, that really having whoever was the creator of it share, about it, whether it's 30 seconds or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 20 minutes, especially for the analyses that were done and that sort of thing. And that's where you guys, can really decide how much you want to dive into it. Like, I was amazed. I don't think you shared your new analysis, Renasia, with the team yet in the chat, right? Do you want to share with everybody what you and Alexis have been working on that you shared with me?
Are you talking about the children's vaccine?
Not the children's vaccine, but the children's misdiagnosis.
Oh, I put it in a Google Docs.
Okay.
It's on our it's in the folder you told me to put it in.
Okay, cool. I didn't remember seeing it in the chat, so I didn't know if the rest of the team knew about it. So I wanted to see if you wanted to mention it now, because to me, that's a great example where if you want to have some kind of presentation, video with you and Alexis talking about, how you put it together and what things you found and the highlights and just the whole video presentation of it, right? It would give it, and this goes for all of the analysis, at least, the polarization analysis that Katie and Hannah worked on, and the minorities analysis, and the children's, and Sabah, what you did with FDA, just on and on and on. And this is where, to me, I feel like this is kind of the rest of the project for us, is for us to take all of the highlights that we're putting on our profile page, whatever those pieces are, that are what you want to have be like the enduring legacy of your time here, that you provide, some sort of video presentation of whatever that is, just an explanation, just like you guys have done when you've presented it in a meeting, basically presenting your work. But this way it can be, however you want to create it, however you want to polish it, however you want to edit it, if you want to do that, whatever you want to do, this is what you get to leave, as the thing that most people will most likely consume in terms of content, right? Like, it's, if there's a video there, especially the shorter the video, the better, essentially, but, some requires explanation, but the video content is what people are going to be interested in, right? And we're being very video heavy. If you guys didn't see, let me go back now that everything's loaded. Let me show you what I was going to show you here. So, maybe not all of you have seen this. This is what I shared earlier. So this is our new finished teams page. So we have the teams and then all the different teams listed. And then here is, like I shared at a previous meeting, not just the one most recent team meeting, but this is the full playlist of all of the different meetings going back. And then same thing for all of the different teams here, and then all of the links that take us to all of the pages for those teams. So the playlist for each of the different teams and the descriptions, and then down to the students. And this is where this video that has the students from last semester with the testimonials, if you guys have the bandwidth, and we'll have to see with the hours for the week, but I think it would be great if we could have an edited version of our, hear from our students with you guys as the, the testimonials, right? The testimonials that you already did, but just editing them together into a testimonial, compiled testimonial video, right? So basically that's primarily going to be the production team's job, right? Alexis and Renasia and Katie. So I think we'll have to, see as we look at the time tracker, how many hours we have available and that sort of thing, what we can potentially do with that. But that's, one thing that I see left on our plate, so to speak, in terms of what we can do as a team to really, again, leave more of the legacy of your guys' testimonials, in a nice, 3-minute format, something like that. So, but again, it's that same sort of concept with the different highlights that you're putting on your profile page, right? Because in a sense, you're basically giving like your almost like testimonial for this piece of work. You're basically sharing like what's the intention behind this, what work did you do, how did you put it together, all of those sorts of things. You guys see what I'm saying? And this is the context, as we've talked about, that allows people to use it, to use that work going forward. And actually, I'm glad I'm thinking of that. Hold on one second. I've had some ideas about how we bridge, the work that we've done with the Vaccine Considerations Project and where we're going to be, not only positionless, but not even managing content and dealing with content, except as a production house. But what I'm thinking is, and if it's okay with you guys, because it's your work, but the different like infographics that were created, that were profiled in the videos and those sorts of things, the things that Katie did and Renasia did and Alexis did for different like CDC recommends and, this is fact or fiction, those sorts of things. As we talked about in our paradigm of not like regulating the voices within the project, like letting students like pursue whatever messages they want to pursue, like we don't impose like what the messaging has to be, that whatever you guys have produced is fine, that you've produced it because you've produced it for your purposes. And this is where I think, again, the way that it can work is for us to pull the Vaccine Considerations Project and Uniting for Action logos off of those pieces, so there's no logos on them, and then leave them on the website with your explanation, and you make it available to the whole world to let anybody use that piece that wants to put their own logo on it and send it out through their Department of Health or their community organization or something like that, if you guys want to make it available to the world. But to me, I think that's the best way that you guys can leave some enduring value for the next people that are coming along, like, oh, I really like this infographic and it'd be great for us to send it out. So what do you guys think about that? Because that's a new concept for us. So I want to hear from you guys, especially those of you that produce content with our logos on it. What do you guys think?
It sounds good to me. I think that'll be a good opportunity for us.
I appreciate that, Alexis. Yeah, the thing that I didn't mention, besides just anybody being able to use it, you can use it. You can use it in whatever format that you want. You can bring it to a new, employer or a local nonprofit or, your friend or, whoever, might be interested. It'll live on the site. You can always send them back to your profile page, but it's something that you're, essentially offering to the world for free, which I think as long as you guys are cool with that, I think that's kind of a cool way to end, what we've created, right? So thank you for the thumbs up, Alexis. What do you guys think, Renasia, Katie? I know you can't speak too much. Maybe you can send a chat, or there's a chat here. Let me see. Okay, that was a whole one. Thumbs up from Renasia. Okay, cool. I'm looking around to see if anybody else falls in that category. Johnny, you had created some things, like some slides and some things. How do you feel about that? You're good? Okay, good. Thumbs up from Johnny. Okay, so it seems like it's a good way for us to go. So then you would be fine with this, says Katie. Okay, so I think then the thing for us to do is to go ahead And whatever you've created in the past, again, these infographics, whatever they are, just go back to them and create a version without the logos, without the Vaccine Considerations Project and the Uniting for Action logos, none of our logos on it. And you know, you can choose whether you want to fill in that space some other way or whether you want to leave it blank for some other organization to put their logo in. You can even have a version where you put like your logo here or something like that to show other organizations what they can do with it. But what either your logo here or blank, well, it needs to be blank if someone wants to put their logo on it. And you can have your logo here explanation, but the blank one, you can share that with me, and then I will post that on your profile page on the page for the team. So that'll be where it'll be available for anybody that wants to download it in the future, essentially. So does that sound good to everybody? And I think in terms of timing, thumbs up from Alexis, thank you. And Katie, Renasia, Johnny, any of you guys that are affected by this. I'm trying to think of the time frame. What I'd like to do, ideally, if it works for all of you, is I would like to have our the time frame, the end of all of these things getting done by our meeting next Tuesday, by the combined team meeting on next Tuesday. And then what I'd like to do for the next Thursday, because we'll take a show of hands in a moment, but there's at least a couple of you that next week is going to be the last week for you guys. So I think what maybe we should plan on, if you guys are interested, is have our last meeting next Thursday, a week from tonight, for many of you, or some of you at least, to have that be more of like a wrap up and a celebration, like we're doing a lot of acknowledgements and sharing work. And also what I'd like to do, if you guys think it's a good idea, is invite back all of our teammates that had to leave during the middle of the semester and invite them all to come for this celebration as well, to be with us and kind of complete with everybody. So you guys like that idea? Cool. Cool. Yeah, I like that when I thought of it. So cool. Yeah. Any other ideas from you guys like that, of people to invite or things to include in the evening? You can think of it. If you think of anything, you can let me know. So I think, that's where I'm thinking we can maybe save some of the videos and stuff, and we'll go through and kind of do our own like presentation for ourselves. How about that? That we all maybe, we each get like certain period of time, and the teams get a certain period of time, and we get to just share with each other whatever we choose. Does that sound like a good way to structure it? Couple nods of the animated faces that are with us. Yeah, you guys, the rest of you are gonna have to give some emojis. So thank you, Alexis, for coming back. Anybody else that can come back, we appreciate it. That's awesome. Thumbs up from Alexis. Okay, great. Okay, cool. We can keep playing with the idea and figure out the details, but I like the idea of just having like a session where we can kind of like integrate with each other and just like, talk about our experience together, something that just really helps to, I don't know, process it, in a different way than we have before, because we never really did that in the previous semesters, but it just seems like a really good way, the way that we're winding down. The way that we're doing the showcase too is new, as you guys know. It hasn't been done in previous semesters. So this is an interesting way of us kind of winding down our time together, right? And so it seems to me that there's this kind of natural flow to us getting all of our work done by Tuesday and then having Thursday to celebrate. So does that work for everybody? Does everybody feel like that fits with your schedule? And in terms of what I've laid out, in terms of blurbs, video blurbs, we'll go into the blurbs because we'll start to look at the highlights. Each one of you will take us through your folder and show us what's going to be the highlight on your page. And that's where we'll talk about like what you can potentially put on video, but also like at least a sentence or two, you know, if not a paragraph next to each one for the written blurb, basically, as you guys have been coming up with for the team pages, but to make sure that each person is doing it for their own individual personal profile page. Make sense? Because we hadn't talked about that part before, right? But if you're going to have, for the things that you're highlighting, the 2 or 5 or however many things you're highlighting on your profile page, want to have like a little bit of text explaining what it is, right? Okay, cool. So perfect. So we'll start to go through. Also, of course, I want to have you guys give your reports and share. But any questions about anything that I shared in terms of how we'll flow for the rest of the semester here? Okay, great, great. Okay, good. Any comments or anything from anyone right now? Nope. Okay, cool. Let me look at the chats. Gives a nice bow on the semester. Yes, thank you, Katie. Appreciate that. Okay, great. Let's dive into our agenda. I don't know if I'm assuming somebody worked on it. I apologize for not being in it today, in the agenda that is yet. So
Can you hear me? Is it working?
I heard that, yes, Katie.
Yay. Got to work.
Hey.
I created the agenda.
I'm sorry, you what, the agenda?
I created a December agenda.
Oh, we're into December already. Jeez, I'm going
Yep.
through. That's so funny. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that, Katie. That's great. Okay, so perfect. So let's start with Cassidy and recruitment. And thank you, Cassidy, for all the work that you guys have been holding down. I know we're at a little bit of a standstill at the moment in terms of the job postings and getting them posted. And I know how eager we are. So before you start, I just want to take, you know, responsibility and share to the team that Cassidy and Tatiana have had, you know, their work done on the postings for days, basically. And I've been holding up us posting those to have the team pages that I've been working on that you guys have seen some of that we'll go over. And then also to have well, that's the main thing for it in terms of the job postings, so that when the career services offices are looking and people are looking at the site, that it actually has the teams there, because we still don't have the teams page live. As you guys just saw, the teams page itself is all done. It's not, it's all the other teams that aren't done yet. As you guys saw, we have the outreach team. I won't get into it now. We'll go into it when the outreach team is happening. But I just wanted to kind of set the stage, because I want, I know, you know, Cassidy is going to share the awesome work that the recruitment team has been doing, and it has. And, you know, we're about to get this posted. And here's part of the thing for me I want to share with you guys, because I know it's been paining me at times, and I know it is Cassidy and Tatiana and everyone that's been on the recruitment team, that at the moment we don't have job postings out there, and we don't have people coming in right now as you guys are about to leave, you know, and so we're not going to have very much overlap, you know, with you guys, which is a bit of a challenging situation and a little bit, you know, disturbing not to have as much overlap with you guys. But I think the thing is that we're moving into such a different realm of how things are going to operate. I'm wondering whether we're even going to be having these team meetings with all these different teams, or whether it's going to be more of like an organizational structure with managers overseeing different people and different teams and that sort of thing, more of a typical office style, right? And so there's all kinds of like you guys know that the whole function of everything that we're doing is kind of getting thrown up in the air over the last few weeks, right? And getting totally rejuggled in a really great way. And what does that look like for somebody that's showing up to be a part of this project, right? Because we're in the challenging position, as you know, of making commitments to students for the next, 3 months of their practicum, that we're going to be able to help them fulfill on whatever competencies they're showing up to fulfill, right? So what kind of structure can we have in place to be able to provide that level of support for the students when everything is still, kind of up in the air? It's getting more settled, but we're still figuring out how we plug students into the framework, right? And then how we plug students into the project and overseeing all the different aspects of the framework and that sort of thing. So I think that, part of it too, it's a little, weird, is that, a lot of the ways that you guys have been functioning as a team, in these teams and that sort of thing, may look really different in the new semester. So it's really, it's a bit of a mind trip for me as I'm going through it, as you guys can imagine, how much it's been changing, I know, for you guys as students, and also for the whole, project. And in saying that, I really want to acknowledge you guys, because I've been thinking about this lately, is I really want to thank and acknowledge you guys. Let me give you some claps right now, because you definitely deserve it. Thank and acknowledge you guys for the ways that you've flowed with all of the different changes, transitioning from the Vaccine Considerations Project to Uniting for Action, and really, changing the whole, thank you for all the claps that all you guys are putting up. I really appreciate that all the different ways that you've just flowed, with the different changes and the different ways the project has moved. And I think that you, like I, have really, enjoyed the process and enjoyed seeing the evolution, and enjoyed, how we're evolving and how we're going to keep evolving. And still, it wasn't necessarily always easy to, be following a moving target and that sort of thing. So I appreciate, all the extra effort and extra dedication that it, took on your guys' part to really be willing to follow wherever Jared is headed at this point, right? So I really appreciate that. It's been really great, and I'm excited for where we've landed. So with that, let me turn it over to the teams, let you guys share. So Cassidy, please take it away, and thank you again, Cassidy, for all the great work you and Tatiana are doing with the recruitment team. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Jared. And yeah, just wanted to second that. Tatiana has been awesome. We've sort of just been going us two since the beginning. Lost a few people along the way, which is sad, but I'm glad to still be working together. So we've been working really hard, like Jared said, on job postings. The other teams all helped with those, so that was helpful. We've been, I think it was a week or two ago, we sat in the whole meeting just trying to unravel, like Jared said, where we're going, and trying to figure out different jobs that we even needed, job titles, things like that. So we created some more job postings that we are going to do or post over Thanksgiving break, spend some time on that. So lots of different exciting things happening. Also this week, just working on getting the webpage up, getting all the information of all the things we've done this semester. We're going to, once everything goes live, follow up with career services offices that we have a closer relationship with. I think we named about 10 that we're going to go ahead and try and set up a Zoom meeting with Jared to sort of see what they're looking for their students specifically. And then lastly, we're just, Tatiana and I are following up on the WhatsApp group chat that ISA2 started. She did a great job putting flyers up. So now we're just trying to follow up and see if any of those students are still interested, and trying to, make them into team members. So yeah, I don't know if Tatiana, you want to say anything else, but that's pretty much what we've been up to.
Yeah, I can say that so far I've contacted, some of the 5 people, and 2 people have responded back saying they are interested. So hopefully they actually apply and send their resume and other requirements in, and then we get them on board, hopefully.
Yeah, that's really great. Thank you for sharing that, Tatiana. And that was something I wanted to say. It's awesome. Thank you, Cassidy and Tatiana for making that happen. It's really great. And it's something I wanted to say too with what I was saying. I realize that the longer we go on, the more challenging we make it in terms of having people that there will be more and more people that have already committed to other things for practicums and capstones and what have you for the spring. So I know our pool is narrowing every day that passes. So that is, you know, challenging for sure. And we definitely want to start playing in the pool as quickly as we can. But also, I know that with what, oh my God, we can see Katie. Hey, Katie, nice to have you here. That's so great. Surprised me. You know, that with what we're doing and where we're headed with this, especially with all that we're putting on our website now and how much more attractive it's becoming to students and career services offices and everything to really like get a sense of like what we're doing here, that I don't think we're going to have a problem recruiting people and having people be interested as we keep getting more and more relationships with more and more career services offices, and they're willing to, you know, email it to their department, and we have professors emailing, and you know, we're going to be in a weird place in this spring because maybe we're going to have more people volunteering than doing practicums, you know, if we kind of, you know, move past a bunch of practicum people, but then in, you know, January, February, March, a bunch of people are coming, whatever it's going to look like, I don't know. But I'm confident that, you know, in the longer term, we're going to be building up our numbers pretty substantially during the spring. There's a sadness to a certain degree that you guys may not get to interact with. Well, you certainly won't get to interact with them that much. You know, the soonest we're going to have them show up is Monday or what have you. So, you know, whatever the limited interaction is going to be, I think we're going to have a really dynamic force. And this is, I think, a place where, and I'm glad we're having this conversation in just this moment. And then I want to turn it back over to you guys. I keep getting kind of like nostalgic about all of this, but I think that in terms of the opportunities for you guys to be contributing team members, like we've talked about in the past, you know, which can just be a nano action here and a nano action there, you know, now that we know what that is, and now that you guys have been the creators of nano actions and that sort of thing. And I think that, you know, you guys have shown some really good you know, models of just taking ideas and just doing things. So, you know, this can be a real resource framework for you guys as well, especially as we start to get into a much more of a manifestation thing, like the users and all of that is what's going to be starting to come online in December and January. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I realized as Cassidy was talking, I think that to help celebrate all of the team videos that you guys created, that it's fitting that we should all watch them all, I think, in this meeting. So I think if we don't do it now, you know, we're missing the opportunity. We'll have more next week. So if does that sound good to everybody? We'll get to see everybody's team meeting or team videos, and then we'll, you know, all get to see everything, which I think will be great. So yeah, thumbs up from Mariana, some nods from you guys. Okay, great. Great, Renasia. Okay, perfect. So Cassidy, I'll let you go ahead and share your video first, if you'd like. The one thing I'm also going to share, just so you guys know, is I am going to maybe ask you to pause during some of the videos for me to give some of the type of context that I've been giving before, especially during the presentation of those like infographics with our logos on it and that sort of thing. I want to make sure that the viewers of this video, you know, whoever they are, understand that what I shared before, that we're going to put out logo list versions of these that basically are going to be your work, you know, not the organization's work, but your work, because that's what you chose to do. And we give you the freedom to choose whatever messaging you want. So I'll say that during that part of the video. So I just want you guys to know that in advance, so that, you know, it's not weird when I do that. Sound good? Okay, cool.
think I need to be unmuted to do this.
Awesome.
Leadership Council. My name is Cassidy Wright, and I am the leader of the Uniting for Action recruitment team. I'm currently a second-year student at the Colorado School of Public Health, getting my master's degree in public health with a concentration in health systems management and policy. Just here today to show you all what we did on the recruitment team this semester and how we are helping grow the Uniting for Action team. So this semester in the Uniting for Action recruitment team, we worked on a variety of different avenues to recruit students to our organization. So the first one that I'm going to discuss with you all is HubSpot. We utilized HubSpot to contact career services offices as well as student groups. Here you can see one of the videos that we created in order to train different students in our organization and anyone that comes after us on how to utilize the HubSpot platform in a way that's meaningful. I have just a brief overview of one of our HubSpot accounts that you can see is organized into different schools and universities. Following that, we also utilized Handshake to communicate with career services offices in a way that was meaningful to provide comments and respond to them. So here you will see a video of another training video that shows how to utilize HubSpot and Handshake in the same way in order to keep everything organized, our correspondence with career services offices on Handshake, and making sure that we know where we are on both platforms. Again, here you'll see the Handshake platform that we utilized. We have our different schools that we are in contact with that have approved us for posting job postings. And then here you can see our company profile with information regarding Uniting for Action that students can go to, can leave reviews, interviews, and learn more information about our organization. Another thing that we did this semester was we created a variety of job descriptions for Uniting for Action to attract more students for the different positions that we have available. These are still a work in progress. We'll be completing these soon and uploading these to our website. But here are just a couple examples of the works that we have been working on. So here is the recruitment team job posting. So you can see we have information regarding the mission, job title, description, and trying to follow a format that is, informative and will attract students to our recruitment team. Additionally, we have other positions that will be coming available shortly, such as media relations and communication and project manager, just to name a few. There will be several others that will be coming live soon, but these are just a couple examples for you all. Another exciting thing that we did on the recruitment team this semester was one of our students who unfortunately is no longer with the project, but her name was Isatu, and she goes to Ohio State University. And she had this great idea to create a QR code and put it on flyers all over her campus in order to attract students. And so this attracted students, and when they scanned the QR code with their phones, it put them into a group chat with the recruitment team there where they could ask questions. We provided information, links to our website, and videos so that they could learn more about the project. So I'm just going to show a couple photos of Isatu's flyer. So here was the flyer that she selected, and then just some pictures that she provided us with where she showed it all over her campus. And this attracted several students. They joined our chat and we provided them with information regarding Uniting for Action. So overall this semester, the recruitment team has been working really hard. I'm really grateful to have been a part of Uniting for Action and get to be a part of the recruitment team. There have been amazing students that we've worked with, and we're just going to continue to keep recruiting students in order to expand the project.
Awesome. So great, Cassidy. Thank you so much. Yeah, great job. Really sums everything up and gives a lot of information. It's so great. So great. Yay. Perfect. Great. Yeah, you all did a great job on your videos. I'm so excited for everyone to see. Yeah, awesome, Cassidy. Yeah, thank you. Great. Okay. So next, Anything else, Cassidy, that you want to share about recruitment or anything?
Oh, just the last thing I wanted to mention, I put in the team chat, but if anyone wants to post reviews on Handshake, that would be awesome. It's really helpful for students to see how positive everyone else's experiences were. And I think we only have a couple right now. So if you all have a minute to do that, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, Cassidy. I really appreciate it. And I was thinking about it today, and it was really amazing when I thought about it this way. I don't know if you guys have thought about it this way. I don't think you have. As you guys are kind of leaving a legacy in the project with all the work that you've done and all the things that you've done with the project, we've noticed when we've had new students post reviews in the past that we've then started to get like some students contacting us from that school, or we've had bumps in students almost every single time a new review has gotten posted. And what it seems to be is that there's some number of students correlated to the number of reviews that we have, basically, right? Like, you could imagine that each one of you that leaves a review, there's going to be some number of students, generations down the line, that are going to come to Uniting for Action just because they see your review and they read your review. Like literally, there could be anywhere from 1 to 10 to 100 or whatever students that actually join the project because of your review, separate from everyone else's. So if you think about it that way, it's a relatively easy way to make a really huge contribution, to the project, especially, if you've gotten value and you feel like you would want to give that value, even if it's just one student, that ends up coming to the project because of you. So yeah, think about it that way. I know it's not even a matter of like asking you guys. I know every one of you would love to give a review. I know what ends up happening is people are busy, or people have finals, and people have this, people have that, and then, that's the challenge, and I totally understand that. So, the request is really just to find a way somewhere in all of that to, support the project in a way that's in alignment with what you want. Obviously we don't force anybody to do it, but in the ways that it really potentially creates so much value on your part to do it is a real gift to the project and a legacy that you're leaving in terms of future students. So thank you so much to all of you. Really appreciate it. Okay, and with that said, thank you, Cassidy. That's it for recruitment. Anything else? Nope. Okay, great, perfect. Okay, cool. So let's continue on. And so now business, Tatiana. Thank you, Tatiana, for holding it down for the business team. Tatiana is our business team. Thank you, Tatiana. Awesome. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys too, I guess. And then going off into what the business team has been focusing on. So, as the semester is closing, we're all starting to leave. I've been trying to get everyone's practicum paperwork just so, everything is completed. And I think I've gotten into contact with every single one of you guys, and you guys,
it's awesome.
So then you guys would send me the possible, due dates and everything that you need, and I'll set them up in a Google Calendar and share it with Jared so that everything could hopefully be completed on time. And then so far, since it's just me, that's kind of what I've been focusing on. And I've started been developing a practicum protocol, which it's not fully completed yet because I'm still in the midst of it, but it's a protocol that would show how to collect the practicum documents and everything that's necessary. But overall, that's what the business team has been working on. And yeah, if Jared has anything else to add, then we're good.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. We'll watch the video as well that you created, Tatiana, which is awesome. You're mentioning the protocol, and that was the other thing that I wanted to mention in terms of, what you can leave the project with, is that at this point, you know, anything that's still in your head and not on paper, you know, obviously when you leave, will leave with you, right? So some of you guys have done, you know, certain things in the past before we were creating protocols, right? That you could potentially go back and create a protocol for now. So I think that's one thing, you know, to take a look at is like, what were there things that I did that I could easily create a protocol right now so that next semester they know exactly, you know, what to do, type of thing. So that's one thing. And then also, for us to just take the protocols that we've already been creating recently, since a number of us have been creating protocols, and to start, you know, kind of systematically figuring out how we organize them and display them within our team pages as well, because we really want to feature these protocols, because the whole point, as you know, of creating protocols is so that anybody can just use it and, you know, be able to get the results that they want out of it, right? So these are kind of like ways that we're giving like gifts to the world one at a time, right? And we're showing the world like what it looks like any corporation, any nonprofit could go through a process and create a protocol and put it out for all the other nonprofits to be able to follow, so people don't have to relearn it again, right? And that's how we start to become much more efficient as a society, right? So again, we're demonstrating what it looks like to do this. And so that's one area, again, since it's relatively new for us, but we're kind of just starting to get a groove with it now. All of you are doing really a great job with creating these protocols that I kind of want to, you know, again, kind of look at, is there anything like right next to us, around us, that we've been doing all semester? We just didn't have a protocol for it because we weren't writing protocols then, right? So let's all, you know, kind of think about that and look at that and see if there's any additional protocols to add. And then also, I guess it's just going to be kind of like a box on the team page that'll say protocols or something like that, or protocol section. I don't know. What do you guys think about how to present protocols on the website? What do you think would be the most effective way to have people peruse our protocols? I guess most of them, it's really going to be found in context. Alexa said maybe a section on the page. Yeah, I think that that's going to be helpful. I think that most of the protocols are somehow going to be found in the context when they're needed, right? That's going to be the way that somehow, you know, somehow the protocols need to be known. But yeah, I think that to especially highlight them in this case now, until we have a more, you know, complex solution, let's just make it a section on each of the team pages. So as a team, let's create a protocol collection document for each team. Does that sound like a good plan? And then put that maybe in the root of each team folder and just call it protocol collection. And then, you know, let's just think in our heads again, what protocols do we already have that we've created within the last few weeks here, you know, that should be on here and then linked from here, right? So this will be links out. This will kind of be like the master list that we've been creating, right? And I guess, as I'm saying, yeah, well, let's leave it like this. So this is kind of like the protocol master list, right? So you're going to link out to where these protocols exist, wherever they are within the folder structure. And then also, as you're creating that list, maybe have, you know, after the links, have a section that says prospective protocols. Okay, Renasia. I see you saying that water, that's a bummer, fixing the pipe very loud. Okay, sorry, you have to go. Great to be with you, Renasia. We'll see you later next week. So bye-bye, see you, thank you. So yeah, so the protocols, prospective protocols. So we've got the list of the existing ones, and then let's make a section below that called prospective protocols. And that's where you can list ideas that are coming into your head of things that, you do or other people on the team do, that a protocol could get created for, relatively easy by either you or somebody on the team. And we just haven't done it yet, and so put it on like our to-do list basically to create that protocol, before we leave basically. Does that sound like a good plan? I think again, the ideal would be to get those protocols done by Tuesday, but some of you will still be here beyond. And if you don't need to rush and you'd rather do it the following week, that's fine. Okay. So Tatiana, why don't you go ahead and share the business? And so any questions about what I was sharing about in terms of the protocol collection, the prospective protocols, everyone feels comfortable? Does it seem reasonable with our workload right now to be able to have those protocols done by Tuesday as well? Gives us like 3 days. Yeah, I see nods from most people. Katie, is that a maybe, Katie? Yeah, okay, kind of maybe. Yeah, you want to say something or just want to go with it?
I just don't know with all the other stuff that I need to finish by Tuesday if I can get to it.
So you're saying you think you can do it for yours, you're just not sure if the other people on the team will be able to do the protocols that maybe they would need to write? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying for me, because I still have some things that I need to finish for my practicum.
Okay, so you're saying you're not sure if you could get to the protocols by Tuesday. Got it. Okay. And will you be here the following week to do it the following week? Okay, so that's an option. So is that an easier way for you to do it then? Yeah, okay, cool. So that's fine. So again, any of you that are in Katie's boat, if you're going to have another week and you can do it in that other week, we don't have to rush. We just want to make sure that it's going to get done, before you leave, so that we can have the protocols and people can benefit from it, right? So we've got so there's enduring value of what you've learned essentially, right? And you guys know that that's like a core principle for us, right? It's like no reason for the world to relearn what's already been learned 100 times over already, right? Let's just get that learning out there, and we learn once and then we can learn 100 new things at the same time, right? So we'll be a much more efficient society in that way. It'll be great. Okay, so okay, Tatiana, why don't you go ahead and share the video. Thank you, Tatiana, for the work you've done on that as well.
Hi, everyone. Could you guys hear that? Just
Yeah.
okay. My name is Tatiana, and I'm currently the business team leader for United for Action. In this short video, I'll be showing what the business team has been working on and some of the great projects we've done. So being a part of the business team means you have to focus on managing the organization as a whole. Within that, it also means you have to manage accountability for each intern within United for Action. One way we do this is by sending out a time tracker each week. So I will share my screen and to demonstrate what our current time tracker looks like. So, as a business team member, each week you have to make sure that every intern within United for Action fills this out accordingly and follow up with those who get to fill it out. As you can see in the document, many of us put in a fair amount of hours each week just so that we're able to help United for Action progress. As I did mention earlier, many of us are actually students, and the business team is also then in charge of gathering all the necessary paperwork and documents needed by schools. We try to get everything set so our interns are able to actively contribute to the organization and get the credits that they may need. This then helps us facilitate a win-win situation for all parties. We're currently in the midst of creating a set protocols for performing these actions and demonstrating how to gather all the practicum requirements, but this then leads me to another focus of the business team. So within the business team, we have worked on creating certain procedures and protocols. One example of this is the business team meeting guide, and I will currently share my screen on what our current guide looks like. So as you can see here in this document I've shared, many of us in the business team, it has these current protocols that we should all follow, and different practices that, help the United for Action continue to grow. So it includes information on the onboarding process, how to get new members, how to track hours, manage accountability. It even has information on how to handle confidential information, and each thing is linked, and we have reference videos on how to do things and how to conduct and further the business team and the United for Action. So we also are trying to find ways to constantly improve our current practices and try to find long-lasting efficient systems and different platforms to use. So for example, we have worked on looking at a project management system that would best suit United for Action. And I'll currently share my screen again. So as you can see here, we have started looking at qualities that we wanted as a team that would work on project management softwares. And then each member would then have to do their own independent research on different software such as Team Gantt, Monday, ClickUp, and Wrike. From there on, we would then come together as a big group within our business team meeting and then try to analyze and see, discuss which platforms would just suit United for Action. We really try to branch out and find different platforms and techniques that could be useful, and hopefully we would set a good example for what others could mimic. So that's all I have to show for now, but we're always trying to improve and do the best that we can. I just want to thank everyone for coming, and I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of the showcase. Thank you.
Awesome, Tatiana. That's so great. Thank you for doing all that. Yeah, claps all around. So great. Yeah. Great to see you in action like that. And thanks for putting it all together as a good presentation of all that information. Awesome. Okay, great. So I think next, let's we kind of have a combined team, but everybody did the separate things. So let's do the separate. Well, is there anything to talk about as a combined team? And then we'll do the separate videos and all of that. But how do you guys want to do the team? I guess do the team report first, and then we'll go into the video. So I'm just looking at it, but I'll let you guys take it away. Finishing up the showcase. Okay, got it. Okay, so whoever wants to take it away, thank you, combined team, Katie, Mariana, and Maria. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been doing a really great job. So awesome. Yes. Yay.
Yeah, thank you, Jared. Sorry for earlier. I love technology. Yay. But okay, so for this week, the combined team, the biggest projects that we had were obviously making all of our master lists public and getting the public Google Drive all populated following the public document protocol that Mariana put together. And also,
Thank you, Mariana. Awesome. Yep.
And also creating the blurbs for the team pages. And obviously finishing up any showcase prep that you might have had left over. But yeah, those were the main things that we as a combined team were doing this week.
And you guys did a great job with all of that. So really, really awesome. Yeah, everything came together. So I haven't looked lately, and maybe I guess now is the best time for us to tune in to where everybody is at in their process of putting their pages together. Is there, yeah, I guess that's the main thing. Is what I want to do, I'm going to be finishing up. You guys saw the outreach page. We'll get to it when we get to the individual reports. I guess let me just use it as an example now so you guys can see. So So when we go to the outreach page, as you guys saw, this is the one page that we've got built out with content, and I'm going to add the other pages starting tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to be working on all the other team pages and all of your individual pages so that all of those are live. So as you guys have seen, we've got the team description. We have the playlist, which again has not just the one. Show you guys again. I want to make sure everybody knows this because it's important. So it has all of the past videos in the playlist there. And then I went ahead and put the showcase first. So this will be on each team page, will be the showcase video that we're looking at right now. I think we can put some more information here. So I'm not sure what there is to put there. I'm not sure if some of this is probably should stay up here, but I think for you guys, this is a place where you can decide. I think most of you, but I'm not sure all of you, we'll have to see. I haven't put all of them together yet. I've sent like a team description to go up here. If there's any of you that haven't sent me a team description yet, please go ahead and do that. And then I think each one of you can decide what should go in here, this box, next to your showcase video. Okay, so whether it's a couple bullet points of what you're going to cover in the showcase video, or I think it deserves, especially since it has so much real estate here, that it deserves more than here's a quick summary. I just wrote that because I wasn't sure what we're going to put here. So does that sound good to you guys, that you'll put like, at least a couple of sentences, if not a couple paragraphs, that's appropriate for whatever you want to share next to your showcase video? Sound good? Okay, cool. And then as you guys saw, this is where, for the outreach team, the two like main things they want to show is the FDA presentation and the video processing. So with the FDA presentation, that's where there's the two documents that were linked to the invitation to experts and the press release. And then here, that's next to the FDA presentation itself video. And then here also describing the video processing and then the transcript. And then here's the actual edited video. We're also going to add, I just didn't do it yet, the video that Maria created of doing the protocol of editing the video. So she did a tutorial video for that we can add here as well. So this is going to be essentially what the format is going to be for the website for the most part. And that's why I'm saying, for the most part, on almost every page, it's going to be like a 2/3 size video and then like a 1/3 size text next to it, like constantly, like for everything. And that's why when you guys have, whatever it is that you want to feature, in this case, invitation expert press release, this is where we can have your 30-second or your 2-minute or whatever your video blurb is of that particular document that you're featuring, right? And that's where, again, when somebody's browsing the site, maybe they're going to look at the document, but they're much more likely to be clicking on this video to see what it is that you say about it, right? So that's where this whole concept is, just to share with you guys, because again, it's been crystallizing for me a little bit more over the past couple of days, is that with all of the leadership council members, with all of the experts, with all the everybody on the website, the students, it's going to keep following this format, very video centric, with text details as well, but there's almost always some video content accompanying everything. Because again, for the moment, that's the most digestible medium for people, right? It's the most likely medium to be viewed and captured people's attention, right? And so that's what there is for us to kind of capitalize on and emphasize and be known for, and have everybody that's using the system know it just by seeing it, right? That the way you use the system is that you create videos about things, right? And that's the way you create tutorials, and that's the way you create protocols, and that's the way you create, all these different things. So, so you guys again are getting to be the models with that, which is awesome. thank you for doing that. And that's exactly what like the project is turning into now, right? Is that the students within the team get to be the models for how these concepts get implemented into the framework, right? So we've got the protocols, we've got, you know, the tutorials, now we have, you know, the way that this is being shared, the blurbs and that sort of thing. So you guys are really like blazing the trail to the future, which is really awesome. And it's really awesome to kind of share that with you guys. So with that being said, I know we still have more to share. So let me go ahead and allow Mariana to take it away and start sharing for the outreach team. Thank you, Mariana, for all that you've done, all the outreach team has done. We're excited to see your video, and thank you for everything with outreach. Awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna share my screen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariana. I am a student at Florida International University, and my major is international.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, we're not seeing the video playing.
Oh,
right
not?
now.
Oh, okay. I'm
No.
sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so let me open and okay. Just a second.
Yep.
Okay, I think I got it. I'm just gonna share again the screen.
Okay.
Can you guys see now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariana. I am a student at Florida International University, and my major is international relations. I am the leader of the outreach team, and today I'm going to share with you the work we did this semester. I'm going to share my screen now. Just a second. Okay. So one of the biggest projects that we had was the FDA presentation. In the FDA presentation, we had the opportunity to present to the FDA about the boosting shot of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So the outreach team worked on this document, which is the invitation to experts, where we created an email to invite the experts to attend our presentation. And here is the email. We also worked on the press release, which is this document right here. And in the press release, we had to go to share this document with the media. For example, the channels, like the TV channels, so we could gather more public and more audience to our presentation and to our project itself. So here is the document, and here we explain what we were going to be talking about in the presentation. Okay. So another big project that we had was video processing, and I'm going to share my document now so I can explain how this process worked. Okay, so within the video processing, Jared shared with us the videos that he wanted to be processed, and we worked on this with the research team and the production team together. So it was the three teams working on this. So when Jared sent us the video, we wrote down the transcript. Here is the whole transcript of the video. And when we wrote down the whole transcript, we selected video clips. And the video clips has all the important information from the video. So for example, from this second right here to this second right here, we have 19 seconds. And in this 19 seconds, it's all the important information that we want to share in our social media, like in our Instagram, in our website, in the YouTube. So we selected many clips. And each person from each team has their own video clips. So then we compare all the video clips and we select the final stamps for the clips that we're gonna share. And how it works is that the production team is gonna later edit these clips, and then they're gonna be ready to post in the social media. And Maria, which is the leader from the production team, she's gonna explain better how this process of editing video works. And yes, these were the most important projects that we worked in the outreach team, and I hope you all enjoyed. And thank you so much for listening.
Great job, Mariana. Very good. Yes, exciting to see how it's all coming together. So awesome. Great, great. Anything else you want to say about the outreach team, Mariana? Nope. Okay, great, great. Thank you so much. So let me, well, actually, let's see. We have Alexis and Katie left from the production team. Do either of you want to share the video that Maria made?
Again, let me just pull it up.
Great. Thank you so much, Katie. So this is the one while she's pulling it up where I'm going to give this disclaimer about how the logos are going to be coming off these infographics and that sort of thing as they go out, being open sourced now.
Hi, my name is Maria Nunez, and I am the leader of the production team for Uniting for Action. I'm going to show you what my teammates and I worked on during this semester. So what does a production team do? So production team interns develop the branding of the company. They create infographics, post on social media, and edit videos. Members are expected to follow up daily with weekly tasks in order to continue serving our purpose of collectively advocating for current and future global issues. I'm going to first talk to you about what Katie McQueen did. She worked on this infographic. This infographic is part of a proposed series for the Vaccine Considerations Project that identifies common myths or misconceptions about the COVID-19 vaccine and examines their validity. This specific one is about the false myth that the COVID-19 vaccine can cause miscarriage or negatively impact female fertility. So this is the infographic that Katie created, and I'm going to show you it more in detail over here. Okay, so this is what Katie did. We can see that there is a myth of the COVID-19 vaccine increasing risk of miscarriage and infertility, as I explained before. Here she put the graphics, the main texts, so that it drives the attention. According to the CDC, there is no evidence for an increased risk of miscarriage, as I explained. So she created this. Okay, so going back. So now I'm going to show you what Renaisha Powell created. She did 2 infographics and 1 vaccine Instagram story. Yeah, it's also like an infographic. This is this one. And I'm going to show you this over here. So it's about this. Do you know the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective for children 12 and up? Okay. Let's go back. Okay, she also created this one. Let me show it to you. Okay, so the FDA approves first COVID-19 vaccine on August 23rd, 2021. The US Food and Drug Administration approved the first COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine is known as Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine and will now be marketed and commercialized. Okay, so for the prevention of COVID-19 disease in individuals 16 years of age and older. And here she put some graphics which go amazing with the topic. Oops, this is the other one. Let me go back here to this one that you just saw. Okay. So about emergency use authorization. So the emergency use authorization authority allows FDA to help strengthen the nation's public health protections against chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear threats, including infectious diseases, by facilitating the availability and use of medical countermeasures needed during public health emergencies. Again, some graphics, colors matching over here. They're really good. Let's go back again. Now I'm going to show you what Alexis Lawrence worked on during the semester. So this is an infographic that was made in Canva as a proposal for our Uniting for Action logo. Okay, so let's come here. Okay, I'm going to show you the video. This is an intro proposal that Alexis created when we were working on intros and outros for our YouTube videos, to have one intro and one outro. So we were given our works to see which one were the ones to use, and we were given our opinions based on the elements, the colors, the fonts, even all of that, the whole branding that was going to give to the company. Okay, awesome. Now let's go to Mind. So this is a video I edited on Adobe Premiere Pro based on what the combined team, like the whole combined team chose on what were the best final stamps video clips for a video that we had to process based on what were like the best thoughts that we had on that, what were the best parts that we could have from that video. So from those final timestamps that the combined team created, I edited the final timestamps and made it into one video with the final timestamps that were selected again. So this video was 11 minutes and we got to like cut it into almost like 6 minutes, which is really great.
So what is Uniting for Action?
So I'm going to show you just like the first part so you can see the cuts that I did.
Uniting for Action is the corporation I've created to hold the energy for the transformation of our society to a sustainable society where we can live in harmony with our natural resources and each other generation after generation forever. So for those of you that don't know or don't remember, my degree is in.
So I did those cuts, and so that the video is smoothly into the final time steps. So going back, I also created a step-by-step video tutorial of the editing process in that program, Adobe Premiere Pro, so that for my teammates, it's easier when they are going to use that program to edit any type of video that they have to do in the future, that they have to edit in the future. So here, this is me in the program explaining that.
So I wanted to show you how I am editing this video. So, okay, what I am doing is to make sure that I put the correct timestamps. I'm going to the video. So mostly where it makes sense back here to what I put it already. I'm gonna select it. Here I have already done all of that with this process that I am explaining right now. And yeah, I'm just gonna click play, and when I hear that last part,
okay, so yeah, it's basically me explaining that. And so, as Alexis did, I also did an intro for the YouTube videos. So this is what I have. It was like a transition to, I based mine basically on the logo of the company. So we didn't get to like choose these ones. We are still working on that, but we worked on this. So yes, that is what my teammates and I from the production team worked on. I hope that this information was valuable to you. My experience was that I really enjoyed working with them, working with Jared, and being able to be a part of this project. So I'm really glad that I could help with this. And so thank you so much for listening to me. Bye-bye.
Yay for Maria. Very nice. Awesome. Great. Cool. I know we're getting close to the end here, so let's roll right into Katie and research. Anything you want to share first, Katie, before you share the video, or do you want to just show it?
I'll just go right into it.
Okay, cool.
Hello, everybody. My name is Katie McQueen, and I am getting my Master's of Public Health with a concentration in epidemiology at the Colorado School of Public Health, and I've had the amazing opportunity of being the research team lead. I'm here today to take you through some of the major projects that we have been working on as a team. Right, the first one we're going to look at is an analysis that we completed about political polarization and its impacts on the COVID-19 vaccine. This was done by myself and a team member, Hannah. In this analysis, we looked at the evidence that we have for political polarization within the COVID-19 environment and how that polarization has impacted political messaging and further impacted COVID-19 vaccination rates. And we also looked at some potential solutions to some disparities we found within our research. The next analysis was done by Renasia Saban at Lexis, and it looked at the impacts faced by minorities surrounding the COVID-19 vaccination. Their first points looked at the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on minority populations, and also the top 4 reasons why why minorities aren't getting vaccinated, and how, knowing these reasons, we can continue to build confidence around the vaccine within these populations, and how we can utilize incentives to decrease vaccine hesitancies that these populations might have.
Can you pause for a second?
Final analysis of.
Yeah, that's just the point where, again, I just want to make clear to everyone watching that what you just described in terms of how the analysis can be used to create the incentives and that sort of thing is how you and others may use the information, not how Uniting for Action or Vaccine Considerations Project is using it, but can you put on stop the sharing for a second, just so that whoever is watching this can see everybody. Yeah, so just to be clear, that the way that you've compiled the analysis, you and Sabah and, or I'm sorry, that was not your, so Sabah and Alexis and Renasia, right, for that analysis. So, but the way you described it in terms of finding the incentives and how it can be used and that sort of thing is how now anybody could use that wants to use the information that is there, right? So you guys have created, when I say you guys, Alexis, Renasia, and Sabah, you guys and Alexis, you can say something if you'd like afterwards. You guys have created this to use however you want to use it, right? It's your creation. You can use it however you want to use it. And if you choose to post it on the website, then you're giving anybody else the ability to use it basically however they want to use it, right? To just help people, hey, I already did this work. If it can help you with anything, go ahead and take it and run with it type of thing, right? So anything you want to say, Alexis, while we're talking about it?
No, I agree. It was pretty much just, well, I know for me, it was pretty much just to help someone out, that possibly doesn't want to keep going to like different places to look for information and just have everything compiled into one document. So it was just to help out.
Yeah, no, I totally appreciate that. And that's where I'm saying that that's totally fine. You and anybody else using the system, using our process, using our framework, can use it for whatever purposes you want. We're not restricting people using the system for one thing and not for another. People can use it for whatever they want. I'm just making the point now, since there needs to be some clarity, since this at some point was done under Vaccine Considerations Project and that sort of thing, that what we're doing is we're declaring that this work is your guys' work. You guys did it within the framework. You can use it for whatever you want. We will share it on the website as examples of your work that then others can do whatever they want with it. We're just making the clear distinction that it's not a product of Uniting for Action or Vaccine Considerations Project. We're not putting it out into the world. We just supported you in putting it out into the world. Make sense? And that's just kind of the general way that we're going to keep doing it, right? That's the thing, is we're going to keep attracting students and people that want to create anything, whatever they want to create. We've helped them do that. We're just not the ones, putting out that information ourselves. So clear, got it, cool. Now you can continue on. And I apologize. I know, yeah, thank you, Alexis, for the thumbs up. I know we're right at 7:30. We're going to wrap up as quickly as we can. We're only a couple minutes away from the end of the video. So why don't you go ahead and continue, Katie? Thank you so much. Anything that you wanted to say, Katie, or did we cover what we needed to there?
Nope.
Okay, perfect.
Contingencies that these populations might have. Right, the final analysis that we will look at was completed by Alexis and Renasia surrounding the COVID-19 vaccination in children. As we know, just recently, the vaccination was approved for children 5 and up, so this is very timely. Right, in their analysis, they looked through some of the reasons why parents might be hesitant to get their children vaccinated. And again, how, knowing these concerns, we can build trust with parents and empower them to make the best decision regarding vaccinating their children. They also looked at some concerns when utilizing incentive programs for vaccinations, especially considering that this population is made up of minors. All right, jumping off of this, Sabah Tashin also submitted a proposal when the FDA was considering approving the vaccination for children. Unfortunately, due to the lottery system, she was not chosen to present, but we applaud her for her amazing proposal. Within her proposal, she discussed the safety of the vaccine in regards to children, And she also discussed the weighing of the risk and benefit, especially considering the COVID-19 associated syndrome that some children get once they have gotten COVID-19, and further the FDA responsibilities when considering whether or not to approve the vaccine for children. All right, another FDA proposal that we as a team submitted was about when the FDA was considering whether or not to approve the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for booster usage. We were able to present for this one. In our proposal, we discussed some of the messaging that has come from the US government and how that has muddied the waters in terms of whether or not vaccinations should be used as boosters, especially with information going to its public. And we also discussed the concerns that the WHO and other organizations have had concerning how using vaccinations for boosters could impact the global supply and the consequences of that. So these were the major projects that we have been working on as a team. I would like to applaud all of our amazing team members for their hard work and dedication throughout the semester. And I hope you all enjoyed this little walk through what we have been doing. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes. Awesome, Katie. Great job. Great job, everybody. Yeah. Claps all around. Yes. Awesome. Great, great. Yes. Claps all around. Cool. So I think that gets us to just about everything that we wanted to cover today. Is there anything else that you guys have on your minds that you feel like we left out? Nope. Okay, cool. So then again, what we'll do from here is, well, first of all, in less than a half hour, we're going to have our showcase. So just to be clear, I think everybody decided to just submit the video, right? Is there anybody that actually wants to be live at the showcase, or you guys are happy with the videos there? You guys did a great job with the videos. Let's definitely give another round of applause for all the awesome videos that you guys put together. Thank you guys. Really, really great. So I'll be sharing all of them with the Leadership Council. I'm going to cut the production team in half, since that's 11 minutes right now. They'll get to see the final 5 minutes, and the rest of yours, they'll see the full videos of all of yours. So it's really great. Thank you guys for doing that. It's really awesome and exciting. And so now from here, like we said, we're going to focus on putting together the team pages and your individual pages. So this is where, again, the work between now and Tuesday, as we talked about, is for you guys to go through whatever your highlights are on your personal page that's in your folder that you've put the asterisk next to in the public version of your main document, that you're going to have, you know, from anywhere from 2 sentences to 2 paragraphs, some kind of little blurb about whatever that is. And then also some kind of, again, the duration of the video is up to you, maybe 30 seconds to 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I mean, if it's a analysis, it might be even more depth. It's up to you guys how much you want to really get into it, but at least, you know, maybe 20 or 30 seconds at a minimum for something, up to maybe a couple minutes if it's warranted, especially if you're talking about like going through a process, like first we did this and then we did this, and here's the, you know, and you can even show like, here's where we collected things. Just make sure, again, remember not to like show the documents like with all the contact information of all the, you know, experts and that sort of thing. Just don't show those things in the video, but other than that, it's awesome. So with that, I'm going to let you guys work on that, and we'll come back together on Tuesday with all of that complete. We'll have all of our team pages complete. So that'll be the idea, is that all the team pages are complete, all the individual pages are complete, and that we've got our whole, you know, everything that we have to show from all our work for the whole semester. That'll be done on Tuesday, and then we can just celebrate about it on Thursday. Katie, yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, how do you want us to send those videos or blurbs? Would you prefer if we send them over WhatsApp, email, or just put it into the document?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. I think the best thing is to, you know, upload the video into your folder there, right? And then link to it from within the document, right? So you've got the asterisk and you've got the link, then maybe just below that have the link to the video and somehow designate it that it's attached. Maybe put an asterisk next to the video, and when it's right under the other document that's already asterisk, we'll know that that video is attached essentially to that document above it, right? Maybe why don't you put 2 asterisks for the video to make sure that people know that video is for that document that it's just below, right? And then, and kind of the same thing with the blurb. So right below the video, you can just have the text blurb right there. And then, you know, a couple lines of space and then down to the next, you know, document after that. So does that sound good? Does that sound like a plan everybody can follow, a protocol that we can all follow? Okay, great. All right. I appreciate you guys so much. It's been, you know, amazing, all the work that we've been doing in the last couple of weeks. Everybody take a bow for that. You know, definitely a round of applause. We're putting it all together. It's all coming together. It's looking really great, and you guys are doing an amazing job. So thank you for all you're doing. And yes, oh, thank you. Good luck tonight. I appreciate it. Awesome. Great to be with you guys. Thank you. You'll see the video of tonight, so it'll be great to show you guys. All right, have a great night, everybody. See you later. Bye.